Hey Leo, it's Rose from Sacred Waters Tarot, here to bring you your timeless reading for the end of May 2025 for Leo's Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, anywhere you have strong Leo placements in your chart, and of course, cross watchers of Leo. Cross watchers, you know the drill around here, especially if you are subscribed to my channel. You can find out a lot of information about Leo, about your person, especially if there's limited contact, no communication at all, or ghosting going on between you and Leo. Just keep in mind, everyone, this is a general reading. Not everything I say will resonate with all of you. Only take what resonates and leave the rest for somebody else and go on about the reading. Now, with that being said, if this video has found you, if my channel has found you, please consider subscribing. It helps my channel grow. Please like, please share with a loved one. Comment below, guys. I'd love to hear from you. Let me know how this resonates with you and your situation. And if you do not want to comment based on personal reasons, I totally understand. Please consider leaving me your favorite emoji. Okay, guys, in the comment section, in the description box, you'll find out all the information you need to book a personal reading with me. And I would love to hear from you and read for you. Without further ado, let's do this reading. My readings are timeless. Like I said, I'm recording this video on the 21st of May. I can't believe it. This month just flew by. But like I said, whenever you find this reading, it's the right time for you to hear these messages. And this is for the sign of Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, wherever you have strong Leo placements, and cross watchers of Leo. Spirit, what are the messages for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising? What does Spirit have to say to my fiery little Leo babies? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and cross watchers of Leo. What are the messages, Spirit, please? So in the recent past regarding your energy, we have the Four of Swords in reverse. So this is really you taking time out, extra time out, to really go within, meditate, pray, rest. Maybe you're getting over an illness. You know, people are suffering from, I'm getting over a cold that lasted a long time. It could be going within and needing to retreat, you know, more than you had anticipated that you would. This is in the recent past, so hopefully you've gotten past it and you've rejuvenated yourself. But this is clearly a time out. It could have been a little, you know, staycation that you stayed an extra day or two, an extra few hours or whatever. Maybe you received some type of enlightenment there that you weren't, you know, anticipating that you would get. Like I said, it could also be like an illness that kind of put you in a place where you had to stay and rest. And sometimes that happens. And when we stay and rest and recuperate, and we really take care of ourselves through the process, a lot of things mentally can clear out as well, not just physically. So maybe you did some type of major detox while you were recuperating. This female here looks very relaxed here. This is Dorothy's Bornak, if you guys are Golden Girls fans. She's a beautiful hibiscus flower in her hair. And she has some kind of drink here, and she's got her swords here just laying flat on the table, and she's just relaxing and she's just resting, and she's trying to, I guess, either find solace, or she's being she's receiving some type of guidance. Okay, so this is a very beautiful way to start out the beginning of the reading. Let's see what's going on in your current energy. Judgment. Wow. See, this rest and recuperation, this time out from life, is what was needed. We have the Judgment card here. That's a very, very, very spiritual card. That's being called upon by the archangels, the angels, you know, ancestors, those who came before you. But it really speaks of Archangel Gabriel. So maybe many of you have a, you know, maybe some of you are named Gabriel or Gabrielle, or maybe you know somebody with that name, or maybe you do pray to Archangel Gabriel. This is all about good karma. You know, and it being your time to get judged for your good karma. And I see that you really did the work with yourself, and maybe you had to forgive yourself for certain things, or maybe you had to forgive other people for certain things that they might have said, or you know, with the Four of Swords, it's a very mental card. This is a sign of Scorpio here, the Judgment card. But it is, Scorpio is all about rebirth and transformation. So we did just have this full moon in Scorpio that we just passed over. Now we're heading towards a new moon in Gemini. And maybe, you know, this full moon energy that was last week is still in your energy. Maybe you gained some enlightenment towards that. Maybe you have some Scorpio placements in your chart. Doesn't really matter if you do or you don't. This is, you know, the angels, God, the divine, God, Goddess, Source, working in your favor. Uh, you're receiving a calling. You know it's your time to shine. You know it's your time to take action to do something on a spiritual realm, for yourself, for your family, for others. It's a really beautiful card. It is a calling. You could be receiving a higher calling. Maybe some of you are mediums. You didn't know you were mediums until you took that time out to retreat and meditate. Maybe you had a visitation from a passed on loved one. Let me know in the comments, guys. And that really gave you some kind of clarity as far as how to move forward, maybe with a family dynamic or something, or anything, just with your life too. So it will be different for all of you, but let's see what's going on in the future. And we have temperance in the reverse. Okay, so, you are of the light, Leo, but I see that there's an energy of the dark trying to come in the future. Now, that is very common. When we're seeking enlightenment and we're getting closer to source, we're getting closer to our guides, our ancestors, our angels. We all have a guardian angel. We all have a spirit card with spirit guide. We all have a spiritual core team who works, for us, with us. And the more and more you get in touch with your spiritual team and why you're here and your purpose and your calling, and to trust in the universe because you prayed for protection, you prayed for healing. You don't just say, oh, I trust the universe. No, you have to, you have to feel it within. You have to trust within, finding God and Goddess within. Source comes from within. I see that you did that. In the future, though, strong Sagittarius energy doesn't have to be. Temperance in the upright position speaks of a guardian angel, speaks of an angelic frequency, speaks of protection, speaks of physical transformation for the better. When it's in the reversed, it's like a fallen angel. And many times, I always say this, when the devil does not bother us when we're down the wrong path. So obviously, Leo, you're on the right path, okay? But you will meet, this devilish energy or this demonic energy along the way. And they can be, they're not going to look like, somebody who's scary looking. They're going to look like somebody who looks very angelic, okay? But don't be deceived. So if you know of anyone who's, has strong Scorpio energy, or someone who pretends to be, very highly elevated and spiritual and all this and that, just know in the future that you really cannot trust them. They've fallen from grace and they haven't gotten back up. And that, I'm not saying that's going to happen to you. I'm just saying to be aware. Like I said, the closer you get to source, the more temptation will try to pull you back into a negative state of being. Nothing here is negative except for temperance. So I'm going to go with more positivity, okay? Let's see what else. There's a reason why you took a time out. So this could be an ongoing situation where you thought somebody was out of your life or a situation was out of your life, and you're receiving the proper guidance and you're doing the right steps to clear it out and, ascend higher. But then something happens to kind of like try to pull you back into something that took a lot of patience and understanding to get out of. Seven of Pentacles. This could have to do with with work, how you make your money, how you invest your time daily. It can speak of, working on your home, doing, really investing into, it can be a relationship too. Really investing into something that you're not really sure of how the outcome is going to be. But you know that your hard work and dedication is going to take you so far. Okay? And I see that it's something that you really thought about. And, I believe you got a very, very strong sign or a very, very strong download or a very beautiful visitation from the muses. But then in the future, we have this temperance energy in reverse, which can be very destructive. Okay, so I'm wondering, what this is, because it looks like you're very motivated to create and craft, a new life for yourself, a new way of making money, maybe a side hustle, maybe just if you don't work, then maybe you're a homemaker or whatever. Maybe you're retired, or maybe you just don't work. This can be where you're nurturing your home, you're nurturing your environment, and you're hoping for a beautiful outcome. So for many of you, I feel like this is a spiritual practice or something that you're really trying to get a gist of, but it could also be a relationship where, maybe you took a break and you were wondering if this person's really for you. And you could have found out, no, this person is not for you. There's somebody else out there for you, but then this person might show up again. That'll be for some of you. We'll see, okay? I think it's more of like energy frequency. Four of Pentacles in reverse. You're very, in this, at the same time that you're being enlightened, you're also very, very guarded. We have two fours here. So many of you could be seeing 44, 444. Maybe some of you are 44. Okay, that is a master number. I see 44 all the time. 44, 44, 444. I just see the number all the time. 4 speaks about grounded energy. 4 speaks about change, okay? But you have them both in reverse. Doesn't mean it's bad. It's just, it's really calling out to me. That might be one of your, maybe it's your life path number. Maybe it's a number you see all the time, something, okay? Like I said, your age or something. Okay, for many of you could be past 44 or not even 44 yet. For those of you who are not 44 yet, maybe 44 is your magical number, your magical year, where you manifest the highest frequency and you become more enlightened. Maybe for some of you, you're thinking back to when you were 44 and what happened to you, and something happened to you on the spiritual realm, which pushed you more towards not living so much on the mundane life, like meditating and praying and seeing what the universe really has to offer, right? Because we are more than just these bodies. We are souls having a human experience, right? So, but I see you being very guarded, very protected. You're wondering if you can trust this alignment, trust this message that you receive from spirit. The answer is yes. But will you be deterred in the future? Yes, I do see that. Something's trying to tempt you to not progress, to not move forward, to not push forward, okay? The Magician reverse. Yeah, you're being manipulated by outside forces, okay? But you know how to protect yourself. You know how to meditate. You know how to do the work, right? And you're receiving guidance, and you're receiving messages from spirit that you are protected, that you are definitely more of an earth angel type of energy. Maybe you're very psychic, maybe you're a medium or something like that. Maybe you don't have spiritual gifts at all, that you don't think, but clearly here you do, and someone's trying to take that away from you. Strong Virgo energy, strong Aquarius energy here. The Magician reverse is a someone who manipulates energy to work in their favor, usually taking something from someone, or not, or wanting someone not to be happy, wanting someone not to move forward, okay? Wanting someone to stay stuck, to be confused, to be manipulated, to be controlled, this person has all the tools they need to make it happen. This is a person who knows what they're doing, knows how energy works. But guess what, Leo? So do you, right? You also know that, right? So we know we have an enemy here, okay? We know we have someone who's trying to deter us from moving forward and advancing ourselves. But yet we have the Judgment card here, which is the highest frequency of God, okay? And then we have the Magician card here, which is the lowest frequency of whatever God you want to call it. I don't even know, okay? That to me is chaos magic, baneful magic. And this is a light workers channel. We don't do that here, okay? So we don't mess with dark and evil forces. So I do see that someone's trying to really, really, really stop you from moving forward. Now, you might have been, involved with this person romantically, and they did something to you. This could be someone that it's connected to them who did something to you. I have strong Virgo energy here. I have strong Aquarius energy. I have Scorpio energy. I have Sagittarius energy. Very strong. So let's see what else is going on here. Three of Cups. So, you're meant to celebrate this. This is a time in your life where you're meant to celebrate. You're meant to do something fun. You're meant to go out with your friends, or go out with your family. Just celebrate. Just enjoy life. Okay. You do have support from people on the spiritual realm, and also on the mundane level as well. So you are very supported. This could have been a person who is jealous of your gifts, jealous of your friends, jealous of of your energy, of your aura. Usually people are jealous of our gifts, of our energy, of how we're received by others, you know. So let's see what else is going on here, because you are meant to be happy, and I do see good times again happening, enjoying yourself again, even though we have that temperance in reverse card in the future. Your mental state, being positive and staying positive, has a lot to do with the energy, not able to, the dark energy not able to manifest your light, okay? A simple laugh. I mean, I'm not saying this, I'm not seeing like an actual spell yet, but it's getting towards that, okay? Where someone might have done something to you in the spiritual realm of a very low vibration for you not to shine, for you not to flourish, for you not to be successful, for you not to fall in love. All of those things can play a role here. The Fool. Strong Aquarius energy, again, Aries energy. We have very strong, powerful cards here. So I feel like you're in a spiritual battle here and you are winning, okay? So right here, I feel like this is your energy here, whether you have Aquarius placements or Aries placements or not. I feel the Fool card is you just being enlightened, staying prayed up, staying crystalled up, doing your positive affirmations, getting up, dressing up, showing up, being loyal to yourself, being loyal to others. She has a beautiful letter in her hand, and it's the color of the sun, and I love this outfit that she's wearing, so she's really feeling good about herself. Whether you're male or female, it's okay. She's got loyalty here. She's got a dog following her. So I want to say I'm picking up on a masculine energy that's negative, but in this deck here, the Fool card is a female. So this could definitely very well be you or someone on your side. And it's divine masculine energy that this feminine is walking into. So I feel like for many of you Leos, you're about to see the divine masculine in a different way. But there is somebody, another masculine energy, trying to deter you from moving forward. So this could be an ex of yours. This could be an ex-friend of yours. This is most likely like an ex-boyfriend, ex-husband, ex-baby daddy, whatever it is, trying to get you not to move forward, okay? But you're staying intact. You are, you're like no nonsense. You're like, no, I'm not letting it happen, because you receive this beautiful download, and you have spirit on your side, and you're always a good person, and you're very warm, you're very loving, you're very caring, Leo. Unfortunately, you do have someone who doesn't want to see you be happy, okay? Let's see what happened here. Spirit, give me more information on this Four of Pentacles and the Fool. I think I'm going to do that. What's this Four of Pentacles all about? The Hermit. Wow, you have such strong cards. More Virgo energy here. Guys, you got to let me know your placements, or, because now I have very powerful Virgo energy. And the Hermit card is a very spiritual card. It's a card of being enlightened, okay? You might have been waking up between 3 and 5 a.m., the witching hours, they call it. Spirit might have been waking you up so that this Magician in reverse didn't strike at that time. Often people who do dark magic, they like to do it in the middle of the night when people are usually sleeping. But I see that you've been kept up and you've been keeping high vibe, knowing that, I woke up for a certain reason. I'm going to stay up for a little while. I'm going to turn the TV on, or I'm going to meditate. I'm going to watch a YouTube video. I'm going to do something until I fall back to sleep. But I know that I'm up for, for a reason. Spirit has my back. So that's why you're being so protective, because you know that, Leo, that when we're too cocky about, oh, I'm a protected soul, I'm a protected soul, what are you doing to be protected? Yes, we all have spirit guides. Yes, we all have angels and guardian angels watching over us. But if you don't ask for the help, if you don't meditate, if you don't ask for the divine for the help, you're not going to get it. You need to ask, okay? And I see that you did. So I really think that you have nothing to worry about, Leo. I really think this is like a test for you in life to see if this is really what you want to do. Because I see that you have so much knowledge and so much wisdom, and you are a light in the dark, okay? You are the light within the darkness, okay? The sun, both the sun and moon complement you, and that's Leo energy, okay? That is Leo energy. The sun is Leo energy. So I want to say, you know, this person can keep trying to manipulate energy for you to fail as much as they want, but I don't see them winning. I see you flourishing, and I see them, you know, not being able to move ahead with what they didn't want you to accomplish. The High Priestess in reverse. Yeah. This isn't your energy. Cancer or Pisces energy doesn't have to be. This could be this person's working with this person, like a male and female who are both against you. Okay. This could be two practitioners of the dark working against you. Um, the High Priestess in reverse has very strong knowledge, is very psychic. Um, I'm also feeling like whatever gifts that you have, this Magician in reverse wants them as their own. Okay. They want your gifts. Okay. And I think this video is very informative, so that you know exactly what they're trying to do to you. They're trying to confuse you. They're trying to make you veer off course, to say maybe, oh, maybe I don't want to do this. Maybe I'm not a medium. Maybe I'm not a diviner. Maybe I'm not a tea leaf reader. Maybe I'm not a spiritualist. And that's just not true. That's the energy trying to get to you, especially with the Magician in reverse, Temperance in reverse, High Priestess in reverse. This is, in fact, spell work with the Hermit here, but you know what to do. So you are to continue, okay, with your manifesting of the light, you know, call upon fire, air, earth, water, spirit, earth, fire, air, water, spirit, however you call it. Call in the elements, call in, you know, source, and, you know, do the spiritual work. And at this point, I wouldn't recommend you sending the energy back to sender, because they're just going to keep firing back at you. So it's going to be like a spiritual war that you don't want to be in. This is more like just clearing it and getting it rid of it, sending it out past the ethers to be destroyed and never come back. And then you go on about your business. But you do have news. Okay, you do have, because this letter, I keep looking at this yellow envelope. So there's something that you want to proclaim. There's something that you want to do. And you're not going to let anybody stop you. But I just want you to know, you don't have just one practitioner working against you. You have two. If they're related, it could be because the way I'm seeing them here, they're like kind of like across from each other. You know what I mean? And yeah, this, you know, this dark masculine may look dark, but this dark feminine may look like may look very angelic. Okay. They could look like somebody who doesn't do this, that someone doesn't play with the dark magic. They could look like somebody who's more like has more aligned with the goddess, but she's not aligned with the goddess, because if you align with the goddess, then you don't do these things. So that's not really. I'm going to clarify with the Temperance card here, because I definitely think they're trying to send you some type of entity to dissolve whatever it is that you're doing. Okay? Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment. Interesting. So for you, with the Four of Swords reversed, knowing what you have to do, knowing, you know, you got cleared out your head, the Judgment card, you being called upon by Spirit to elevate, levitate, move forward. Three of Cups, celebrating your victories. And the Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment. So I feel like this is your energy. Maybe you have strong water placements, maybe you don't. But whatever it is that you're trying to do, it might just be getting away from these two crazy lunatics here, and you know, being triumphant, and then, you know, being able to relish in that. The Nine speaks of a gestation period. So, you know, maybe you're in the middle of releasing this negative entity that's trying to get to you. I really do feel like you are, and you're going to be successful in doing so. Wow, the Hangman in reverse, yeah. Strong Pisces energy, doesn't have to be, but I feel there's so many major cards here. The Hangman reverse, to me here, I know exactly what this is. Whatever it is that you're doing to protect yourself and to clear yourself of the energy, it's automatically going back to its origin. So it's going to go back to these two people. And you may definitely see this. You may watch these two people receive their karma, okay, because Spirit wants you to see. But you're not sending back the energy to them. That's source doing that on your behalf. Okay, so this is a very powerful card. Just by you pushing it away from you and not wanting it to come back and resurface, the divine comes in and says, no, these people are going to pay for what they did to you, and you're gonna hear of something happening to them. Maybe they lost their businesses and they can no longer work, or maybe they're being turned down for whatever. Maybe they're their practice is suffering. They don't have many clients anymore. They may not be feeling good. They may feel like, they're losing money and they have to relocate, and they might not even work together. They might fight with each other. So, but I do feel like you will receive the recognition from your guides, from your ancestors, from spirit, from the divine, that what you are doing is working. There were two people trying to stop you. They're going to be stopped by the divine, and you are going to move forward, living your best life. Okay, so I know this was a very deep spiritual read, Leo, but for many of you, you needed to hear this. Yes, you do have two people working against you, and they are trying to send you negativity, but it's not winning. It's going to go return back to them. Okay, and I know you're not saying, I know that's not what you want. You wanted to just these people just to go away, but Source has a different plan for them, because they've watched, the divine, not the divine, they've watched an earth angel suffer, and they're not happy with that. Your guides are not happy with that. So continue on your path to enlightenment. Continue to stay prayed up. Continue to do your magic. Move forward, and know that eventually you will hear of something where these two people lose their power and they're no longer able to do this to you or to anyone else, Leo. This was a very deep, deep, deep reading. I hope you loved it, guys. Let me know if this resonates with you. And yes, I wish you much love, light, unexpected blessings. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Bye-bye.